Are you serious? Are you serious? Well, I've got a cup of coffee here, and I'm being very serious. It's getting crazy out there. As you know, there's so much happening, and Heidi's been doing such a great job the last couple of days, keeping you guys up to speed with the current world events. It is so good to see all of you in the chat room already with this unscheduled live broadcast. But I had to come here and tell you about this UFO over Argentina. And I'm going to tell you more about it in just a second. But give me just a moment because some of you might remember this little product, but it's a great one. It's called Light Bug. Yeah, it's called the Light Bug, and it's solar powered. Okay. It's got solar panels on the back. You just set it out there and let it in the sun. And this thing is so bright that it will blind you. I can't turn this on. It would just blow. It literally maybe fry the camera. It's a floodlight like you won't believe. Over 46,000 Ohio citizens went without power due to a high winds knocking out over the trees and power lines. Weather across the United States has been causing power outages since the start of the year, with tornadoes ripping through Georgia and Alabama and in Ohio. And there's just been a lot of crazy power outages. Straight line winds have been crazy. And if you're a prepper, you know that even the worst weather conditions you need to ensure that you and your family have access to proper lighting and power. So this is why I highly recommend Light Bug. Okay. The Light Bug is an ultra bright floodlight that works even during the longest power outages. I've been using it for months. And especially the Florida sun, man, does the Florida sun love to soak up the sun in this solar paneled powerful product called www.lightbug.com. That's www.lightbug.com. Guys, I'm going to tell you about this UFO situation in Argentina, as well as I'm going to tell you about, we got a horrible Salmonella outbreak here in the United States. But first of all, check this out. This is in Argentina. Now you can see the glaciers up front. So the individual who took this picture was literally had a great view with a tremendous camera of the glaciers in the front, the mountains from behind, and the cloud, UFO looking cloud, shelf cloud in the background. Massive. This was so insane. It's a UFO cloud is what it is. It's an unidentified flying object. It's not an actual UFO as far as we would be. It is certainly is wild, and they're calling it the UFO over Argentina. It's just unbelievable. It's a cloud. It's a cloud, but it's called a UFO cloud, and it's over Argentina because of its size and shape. It's really, what an incredible picture. I mean, seriously, are you serious? Are you serious? So what a great camera angle the photographer had there on this picture. It was actually taken by Stefan Foister down in Argentina. The amazing UFO shelf cloud floating over Argentina. And what an incredible picture there. And quite amazing, to be quite honest. I always say that whatever's going on in the spiritual world will manifest in the physical, and we're seeing more and more and more crazy. The Bible says there will be great signs and fearful sights in the heavens. Okay? In Luke chapter 21, verses 10 and 11, there'll be great signs and fearful sights in the heavens. And this brought a lot of fear to a lot of people down in Argentina when this was spotted and then published down there as well. So crazy. That is a cloud, actually. But it was so enormous and so shocking that they call it the UFO. Okay, the UFO cloud. Incredible. Oh, by the way, but there is some things happening here in the United States that are even greater concern. And that is a Salmonella outbreak, guys, of biblical proportion that's got a lot of people concerned. A Salmonella outbreak is linked now to wild birds and the feeders that the wild birds eat from, according to the CDC. This is heartbreaking for those of you who love to put bird feeders out. But a Salmonella outbreak linked to the contact with wild songbirds and bird feeders has sickened 19 people across 8 states, 8 of whom have been hospitalized out of the 19 people, according to the federal health authorities. Now, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention said it was investigating the Salmonella infections in California, Kentucky, Mississippi, New Hampshire, Oklahoma, Oregon, Tennessee, and Washington State, in range from people from the ages of 2 years old to 89 years old. 6 cases have been reported in Washington State and 5 in the state of Oregon. As we said, 8 people have been hospitalized. The public health officials across the country have interviewed 13 who have been infected and asked them about the animals that they come in contact with a week before they became ill. The CDC said 9 of them own bird feeders, and 2 of them reported they had come in contact with a sick or dead bird. 10 people said they had pets that had access to or contact with wild birds. To prevent further cases, the CDC is recommending cleaning your bird feeders and bird baths once a week, or when they are dirty, people should avoid feeding wild birds with their bare hands and should wash their hands with soap and water after touching a bird feeder or bird bath, or after handling a bird. In California, where 3 human cases have been reported, the state's Department of Fish and Wildlife warned of an outbreak in February and reported that it had been inundated with calls from Californians who had discovered sick or dead finches at bird feeders. Now, Andrea Jones, director and bird conservationist, thank you, in Auburn, California, said the state had found that most of the birds affected by the outbreak were pine siskins, a finch species that spends the winter in California. Sick birds can often look weak or lethargic, or may appear to be struggling to breathe, according to Jones. And she added that most birds die within 24 hours of being infected by salmonella. Now, many pine siskins are now leaving California for Canada. So it's not just people leaving California now to get away, and most of them are going to Texas, Florida, and Tennessee. But now even the birds are leaving California due to the high taxation and misrepresentation of Governor Newsom. But salmonella, sorry. I'm working on my speech and I'm trying. This bacteria can spread from birds to pets and to humans. So it's a very, are you serious? Everybody's leaving California now. And they used to be singing California Dreaming. I mean, just too many taxes. And now Caitlyn Jenner is going to run for governor. I mean, there's going to be a shift of biblical proportions out there as this California thing seems to be. Did you hear about the salmonella poisoning, Heidi, and the wild birds?
There's always
and now
in wild birds.
I know, but there's an outbreak right now, and 8 people hospitalized because the bird feeders. You can get sick from the bird feeders. You should wash your hands after feeding the birds in your bird feeders. And it's so bad now that even the birds are leaving California and going to Canada, because we got people leaving California, okay, to Texas and.
I wonder if they should be going to Canada though.
Yeah, I think it's a mistake. They probably should stay in the state. Go to Idaho. Don't go to Canada right now because you can't even go to church there. I mean, it's It's really getting confusing out there. But anyway, Heidi, thank you. If you guys missed our Bible study last night, it was amazing. We were talking about Daniel chapter 7, on the beast kingdom. It was a great Bible study. Daniel 7, the beast kingdom, last night. A lot of great questions from the audience on Zoom and everybody else that was joining us on YouTube. It was a really, really powerful Bible study last night, and I hope you enjoyed it. All right, guys, are you serious? Now, I've got some incredible, but I know people are freaking out over this right here. This is an incredible picture, but look at this cloud. I mean, it's a UFO cloud. What? Yes, in Argentina, this thing was so massive. This picture was amazing. But in Argentina, and this was so fearful. People were absolutely, the phones were ringing off the hook in Argentina. People thought for sure this was the huge alien invasion, but actually it was a UFO cloud, if you will. It's a big shelf cloud. But now the thing is about it, the Bible says that there will be great signs and fearful sights in the heavens in the last days. So, stay focused on this, guys. Stay alert, stay awake. Realize that you're going to see more and more strange things developing in these end times. Coffee. Yes, get your coffee, boo-boo. Get your coffee, boo-boo. Okay. Seriously, guys, be ready for anything that could happen. All right. Thank you, beautiful story. And all of our moderators out there that are doing such a wonderful job for us. A lenticular cloud, or that's right, lenticular cloud, also sometimes called a shelf cloud. You're exactly right. Really wild, isn't it? Really, really, really crazy. We're in the end times. I'll be back with more current world events when I do another video. I've got a long day today. I've got to do treatments today, treatment number 28. And some therapies, and sounds like I need a speech therapy the way I'm struggling this morning. And so I'm going to be doing that. But I'm also going to be putting out a Patreon that's going to blow your mind. I'm going to be doing that on Patreon, and also one on the app today. So there's going to be a new video on the app and a new video on Patreon. And then tonight, I'm going to be co-hosting with Pastor Melvin Whittington over at the Getting Ready channel. We help him co-host the Wednesday night broadcast over there on ffctv.org. That starts at 7 p.m. tonight. Always a great program. So that's over at the website, ffctv.org. That'll be tonight at 7 p.m. on Wednesday night. All right, guys. Calm down. Get a cup of coffee. Get some water. And oh, by the way, the scientist out of Israel, where I'm getting my treatments and stuff done, they give out free Fiji water every morning. And the reason they do is because after all the testing of all the water in the world, the artesian well Fiji water is the purest and most healthiest water in the world. I knew I was right.